Hello everyone, my name is Laura, I love to crochet, and I thought I'd just sit down and kind of talk about some projects that I've been working on lately. I think I've been really inspired by like summertime, warm weather, using new fibers, all of that kind of stuff, and it's led to a lot of finished projects, which is really exciting. I feel like I'm like back in the crochet groove, making a bunch of projects that I'm excited about, so I wanted to share those with you. Most of them are crochet, and then I have one knit piece as well that I finished that I'm really excited about, so stay tuned for that one. And then any of the patterns that I mentioned, I will link down below for you as well so that you can check those out if you want to. But I'm just super excited to take you through the things that I have made lately. I feel like they're a good reflection of me and the types of projects that I like to work on. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first piece that I worked on is this top, and it's actually, this is the second one of these tops that I made. The first one I made for my mom for her birthday. If you want to check that out, I made a video of me making the top and giving it to her. I'll link the video somewhere up here so that you can go and check it out. But I loved it so much that I wanted to make another one for myself as well. I will put the name of the pattern here, and there is a free YouTube video of how to make it. There's also a paid pattern if you prefer written instructions, and it has some sizing details there as well, so I'll link that if you want to check that out too. But it's just this like really beautiful lacy looking crochet t-shirt. I love the motif. I think it's really cute, and it looks super complicated when you see it as a garment, but working it up, it's really simple and it just repeats over and over. So I found it was really easy to get into like a good flow while I was making this top, which I loved. And then a detail that I changed on the version that I made for my mom that I also added to this one was just adding a little bit of a border around the bottom. I found the pattern came up a little bit short, and adding a bit of the motif around the bottom just gives it a really fun finished look around there. So if you're looking for a way to switch it up, or if you also find that the pattern comes up a little short, I'd recommend maybe giving that a try. And this one I made in the Hobie Friends cotton. I think this is in the almond color. And then my mom's, I cannot remember, but I'll put the name of the yarn that I used for that one on the screen. I really liked the way that hers turned out, and that color and yarn weight as well, so I'll put that there. But just a nice easy crochet t-shirt to throw on that looks really special, so I was super excited about that. Then you might have seen this one in a video as well. This is a crochet tank top that I made using granny squares, and it was inspired by this Instagram creator here. I really loved what they had done and made my own version. So this one is made using a cotton and acrylic blend, and you basically make these granny squares that are solid and then kind of meshy, and you put them together in a diagonal. So it makes this really kind of nice shape. When I was working this one up, I was a little bit like out of my comfort zone. I was like, is it gonna be too scandalous? I don't know how I feel about the triangles at the bottom, all of that kind of stuff, but I think it's so flattering on. I think it's super cute, really comfortable. It's great to wear like to the beach over top of a bathing suit or on a night out. And I was just really happy with the way that this came together. It could also be really cute layered over something as well, so that's an option too. But yeah, I love the fit of this. I think it's really creative. I want to try some more projects where you are doing granny squares as diamonds instead of squares as well. I think they look really interesting. So yeah, really excited about this one, and it's a good kind of basic summer tank top. And then the next two projects I don't have with me, but I gave them as gifts. I have a lot of Geminis in my life, so lots of crochet gifting. The first one is this top here, which is a Raglan granny stitch t-shirt. I've made this pattern before for myself in a different yarn, and I will link that down below so that you can check it out. But I really liked the construction of that, and for my friend's birthday, I thought it was a perfect project, and I had some really fun yarn lying around. I believe it was Lion's brand. I'll put the name of it on the screen so that you can check it out, but it was a beautiful kind of multicolored variegated yarn that was in jewel tones, which was so beautiful, just not really my color palette. So I thought it'd be the perfect yarn to use for this project. And it turned out great. They really, really loved it. It was really fun, nice and soft. I think the fit of it ended up working out really well too, which is hard when giving a gift. So I was super excited about that one, and it was really fun to give that one as a gift. And then the other project that I gave as a gift was this market bag. Sorry, I don't have an amazing photo of it, and I will link the video to check out that one down below as well. It's a free YouTube tutorial, and I loved it. I loved making this bag. I think it turned out so cute. The tutorial was super easy to follow. It was very like flow state. It didn't take too long because it's just a bag. I think I finished it in like 2 or 3 nights, so it came together really, really quickly. And I just loved the shape of the bag. I felt like it was really kind of modern, super practical, and I want to make one for myself now too. I think it was so, so cute. I'm just waiting till I have like some time and inspiration to make my own. And you can make it customizable to whatever size you like too, which I think is so nice and really practical. So if you just want a little one for like produce and stuff, if you want a bigger one to bring to the beach, there's lots of different options. So if you're looking for kind of a mesh market bag tutorial, I really, really loved that one, and I would definitely recommend giving it a try, especially if you're a beginner. It's a good kind of beginner-ish pattern. As long as you know how to make like a double crochet, you'll be fine. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed that one, and I want to make one for myself. Then the next project that I made was maybe the most difficult thing I've crocheted in a long time. This one was really a challenge, and I freehanded it, so it was a lot of just like trial and error and more trial, and it took a long time. And it's my first ever pair of crochet bottoms. I've made a lot of crochet tops, but not any crochet bottoms. So it is this pair of granny square shorts, and they're so cute. I really, really like the way that it all came together. I think they're really stunning. I love this color palette. It's not a color palette that I would normally go for. I think I lean more towards like warm colors than I do to cool colors, but I bought some Hobbii mystery bags. I just wanted to try it out and see what was in them, and I got a bunch of this blue and green yarn. I believe this is the Hobbii rainbow cotton in the 8/8 weight, so the heavier weight. And I just love the way that these came together. Again, it took a lot of trial, and I still don't think they're totally perfect. I learned a lot of things along the way and things that I would change, but I'm so proud of them. Every time I look at them, I'm like, I can't believe that I made that. And then I just crocheted a waistband, and I got elastic thread and crocheted that along the top and the bottom of the waistband as well, because they are a little bit of a heavier short, and just the difference between your waist measurement and your hip measurement, you need something that's going to go over your hips but then stay up on your waist. So that was also my first time adding elastic thread to a crochet project, and I really liked that as well. So I'm just super happy with these. I think they look really professional. It was worth all of the pain and suffering. Maybe one day when I can kind of figure out the math and make it work, I'll do a tutorial on how to make them, but it almost killed me making it the first time, so we'll see. But I just think they're so cute, and I've already worn them like out to the grocery store, out to the pool, so they're just a really fun way to use granny squares, and my first crochet bottoms, and they won't be my last for sure. Then I have a couple t-shirts that I added some crochet appliques to. So I made this starfish shirt, and then I also made this one with the seashell, and I made a video about these, so if you want to check that out, I'll have it link up on screen, and I show you how to make the 2 appliques and then how to apply them to the t-shirt, and also some like inspiration for other appliques that you could add. But I was really inspired by some photos that I saw on Pinterest of people doing like embroidery or beaded appliques on t-shirts, and I wanted to do a crochet version. So that's where these were born from, and I think they're so cute, especially if you're looking for a quick and simple crochet project. If you're a beginner and the idea of making a whole garment is really intimidating, or if you have some old tops that you want to upcycle, I found this to be a really nice way to do that. It was a lot of fun, and thinking about the types of appliques and color combinations and all that kind of stuff was really inspiring and fun, and I'll definitely be doing more of that in the future. I think even some fall or winter appliques on sweaters and things like that could be really fun, or like hoodies. A hoodie with a little crochet applique, that'd be so cute. But yeah, I really enjoyed that, and if you want to see the process of making those, definitely check out that video. They were a lot of fun. And then I think we just have 3 more projects to go. The next one is this Babydoll t-shirt. This was a pattern that I purchased from this creator here. I'll put her details here, and the pattern will be linked down below. And I kept seeing this pattern come up on my Instagram, and I thought that it was so cute. So it's like this little raglan cap sleeve, kind of empire waist t-shirt, and then it flares out into a kind of like ruffly bottom that I think is so cute. And I used these little flower buttons that I had for a long time and used those to close up the top, which I think is so sweet. And for the top, I used yarn, hand-dyed yarn from my local yarn store, which I really love. I think the color is great. I think if I could do it again, I would use a different yarn. This one is really heavy, and it's kind of weighing itself down and has already added like a couple inches to the length of the top that I wasn't expecting. It is really nice and light and breezy, which is great, and I do think that this color is beautiful. I just wish that I'd maybe used a yarn with slightly more structure or a slightly thicker weight when I was making it, but I do still think that this is so cute. I wore this top to the office the other day and people were like, "You made that?" So really fun, and I love the pattern, and it taught me a lot of techniques actually that I've already used in other projects or have been thinking about. So I think it was really good for that perspective too, to just learn some construction techniques that I hadn't used before. So again, I'll have that link below if you want to check it out, but a really cute, easy crochet t-shirt. Okay, and next we have my knitting creation. It is this top, the Leela top, and I'm obsessed. It took me forever to make this. I think it took 10 weeks in total, which compared to how long it takes me to make like a crochet tank top, that is crazy. It took so long. It was tiny little needles and tiny little yarn, but I'm so happy with the way that it turned out. I look at this and I'm like, I can't believe that I made that. I love the construction. I love the I-cord edge around the armpits. I love the little I-cord straps. I love this kind of like ruffle situation that goes all the way down it. I just think it's so fun and so beautiful. And even though it took forever to make, I really enjoyed the pattern from start to finish. And just the construction and the things that I learned, I think this is a good like beginner plus pattern. And I think actually learning the Sophie scarf a couple months ago and then working on this project really was a good kind of build upon each other, because the Sophie scarf you learn how to do increases and I-cord edge, and for this project you use increases and an I-cord edge, so it felt like I already kind of knew how to do those steps, but now just in a larger format. So I really enjoyed working on this. I love this yarn as well. I'll put the yarn details on the screen, but this butter yellow color I think is so pretty, and it's just such a nice, easy tank top to wear in the summertime. And every time, like I said, I like can't believe that I made this. I'm obsessed with it. So yeah, really happy with that one. I am excited for my knitting journey. I feel like I'm making strides. Like I said, it takes me forever to knit compared to crochet, but the reward factor of seeing my skills get better and being really excited about knitting has been really fun. So I'm glad that I have a finished knit garment to show you. And then the last piece that I have to show you is one that I just finished the other day, but it is this little ruffle tube top. Again, this was made with yarn from the Hobie mystery bag. For the price that I paid for that mystery bag, the amount of yarn that I got is crazy. I still have a ton of yarn left that I don't know what I'm going to do with, but I had a lot of it, and I had been playing around with the linen stitch in the wintertime. I made a hooded scarf with that stitch, and I really liked it, and I wanted to make a tube top. And I was kind of struggling with the construction and how to make it fit around the bust and then get tighter around the body. So what I decided to do instead was actually take the technique that I learned from that Babydoll Raglan t-shirt and use that in the tube top. So it kind of gets to the bottom of the bust, and then I added increases so that it has this cute like ruffle peplum that runs along the bottom. And it's so cute, like with a little white skirt going out for dinner with little white shorts. It's just like, I love the color combination here too. Again, I'm not usually into blues, but I really love the way that this stitch kind of weaves all the colors together, and it looks really beachy and summery to me. And it's so comfortable as well. So this one was one that I just like free-handed one day when I was thinking about color combinations, and I love the way that it turned out. If you'd like a tutorial on how I made this, let me know and maybe I'll film one, because it is fairly straightforward. There were so many ends to weave in, I will warn you about that, but I think it came together so cute. And in comparison, that knit tank top took me like 10 weeks. This crochet tube top took me 3 days. So it's just crazy how things can take a different amount of time, and as your skill progresses, you get quicker and quicker. But yeah, I'm really, really excited to wear this one. I think it was kind of a surprising favorite, and this color combination, like I said, is just like really pleasing to me. So I'm super, super excited with the way that that turned out, and I want to make it in some more colors and maybe do one that's just alternating 2 colors. So like a stripe of white and a stripe of pink or something like that all the way down, I think would be really, really cute as well. But that is everything that I've knit and crocheted recently. I'd love to know what projects you're working on as well. Feel free to leave them down in the comments. I always love hearing what you're working on and getting inspired for my own projects as well. And I hope to be a little bit more active on the channel coming up too. I know I took a little bit of a break, but fall is my favorite season, and I'm already feeling really inspired about some fall projects as well. So I'm hoping to be posting a little bit more about those, hopefully doing a couple more tutorials as well. So keep an eye out for that. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.